Welcome back. Of course, you're seeing fall flavors pop up, and now it's time to use some of the fall flavors at your home. Jef Kirk came in here from New York Prime originally, but he's going to share some secrets that he brings straight from your home kitchen, right?
Yeah, that's right. That's correct.
All right, so squash is big.
Squash, yeah. Pumpkin, squash, it's very seasonal this time of year. I have acorn squash over here, which we use, but we're talking about spaghetti squash.
Okay.
Spaghetti squash, the flavor, it kind of cooks up kind of like a pasta, so it can even be used the same way. I went ahead and I baked this off about 350 degrees for about half hour, 40 minutes. You'll know it's done because you'll be able to just put a fork through it
so it's
without
soft
much
enough.
resistance. Then we're going to go ahead and just scrape it out with a fork.
That's great. And this squash is different than others because it's, do they call it spaghetti squash because of this?
They call it spaghetti squash because it looks exactly like spaghetti.
When it comes out. And again, the baking is key because it needs to be that consistency to come out.
That's right.
Again, how long? 350?
350, about 30 minutes.
Okay.
Depending on the size of the squash, it might be about 45.
Sure.
So we're going to go ahead and get this started. Go ahead and add our onions. We're going to do something a little non-traditional. A lot of the flavors this time of year are nutmeg, allspice, cinnamon. This we're going to do with some onions and some garlic. Go ahead and let this saute for about a minute or so, just until it softens up.
Sure. Smells delicious as always.
I also went ahead and I did one earlier with exactly those flavors, the allspice, the nutmeg.
So this is how it would end up.
This is how it would end up. Yes.
All
yes.
right.
Well, this is the spaghetti squash with the allspice and nutmeg.
Okay.
This one right here, we're going to go ahead and add our tomatoes.
Got about a minute. Can you pull this off? Pressure's on for you.
Absolutely. Go ahead and just put the tomatoes in until they soften up. Mix them in our squash. Go ahead and add some feta cheese. That just the heat will melt that up. Put some black olives in there. We'll go ahead and we'll top it with some fresh basil that I picked out of my garden this afternoon.
Oh, yummy.
Mix it all together. Like I said, this is a great substitute for a pasta dish, and it's also a lot healthier.
And that feta just comes through too. You can smell that with the garlic and the onions.
Here we have spaghetti squash pasta.
Wow, let's show that up. That's pretty impressive. And that was quick. That was very quick.
The longest part about cooking it is the half hour it's going to take to cook in the oven. Other than that, it's about 5 minutes.
We're going to talk about this one now too again?
Yeah, this one here, we did the same technique. We could also use acorn squash, which I have over here. I love just to chop these in half, cook them off for about a half hour, 40 minutes, put butter, cinnamon, allspice, nutmeg, and just eat it out of the bowl.
The nutmeg, the squash, it's a great fall feeling.
That's the thing about autumn flavors. It's almost like you're eating candy for dinner.
Yeah.
So,
speaking of candy, we're going to give you a tease, a little bit of this amazing candy. You can only get it at New York Prime, how to do this, and some other stuff coming up, right?
Yeah,
all right, thanks a lot, Jef Kirk of New York Prime. Jamie?